How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to Minecraft Fossils and Archaeology. This is the survival series. As I promised all of you last time, we are going to be continuing the series once the new port comes out, that being the 1.18.2 port, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. So I kind of started things out a little bit. I started off by, doing some mining, doing all the basic stuff that you do in Minecraft so that I can get a little bit ahead. And that way, when I start the first episode, we can get into the dinosaur related stuff. So yeah, that's what I have. I have my base set up. Sun's going down because of course it is. And I made sure to find all of the necessary materials that I need to actually get the ball rolling. But I wanted you guys to be present for me to do things like create the culture vat and the analyzer and whatnot. That way I don't do all of that off screen. This actually took me a bit though. I've died a couple of times. So it was quite unfortunate. Oh, and I should probably also mention, I do have a couple of other mods installed along with the fossils and archaeology. Nothing too crazy because I want to try to keep this as vanilla as possible. But most notably, I do have the backpack mod, so it does give me some extra inventory space. That way I don't run out of space as frequently as I did during the previous playthrough. As well as not enough items, so that'll make crafting easier. Overall, I don't have to refer to the wiki for anything like that. And I also do have Optifine installed, so I get some nice transitions between the blocks and whatnot. Like the grass completely covers the grass block, which I think it looks cool. That is pretty much where we are right now. I do have the materials that we need to start building stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I just need to remember how to build some stuff, which is why this comes in handy. Okay, analyzer. How do I make you? 4 iron, fossil, and a relic scrap. Perfect. I have all of those. Bloop. Hey, bloop. Hey, bloop, bloop. Hey, bloop, bloop. I think I put those backwards. I did. Okay. And then the culture vat. Now I know that I can put this in here and I can get some tar drop. I can use that to make the culture vat. So what else do I need for the culture vat? Some glass. I got that and some iron. Okay. Very good. Alrighty. Now we have our necessary tools. Well, equipment to get things rolling. So let's place this stuff down. Let's analyze the heck out of this stuff. I also found some shale fossil, which wasn't in the previous version of the mod. So I'm very excited to see. I don't think it'll necessarily come out with anything different, but it could. I don't know. There's a lot of shale around where I live, and you can find tons of fossils in that. So something like that makes sense. So hopefully we get that stuff. I can actually take that bone meal and use it on these crops, because once we get DNA, we will, of course, need... Oh, that wasn't ready. Okay. I've been playing 1.12 so much, I'm not too used to the new textures for the wheat. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think I like the way that the wheat used to look better. It might be because I'm nostalgic for it, but I don't know. I'm not really vibing with this. It looks a lot more like wheat, I think. This does, but I just don't quite like it. Please tell me we have some DNA. I should probably make a door. I guarantee people are going to get mad at me. I'm all over the place right here. I just spent the last couple hours working on this stuff, mostly because I died early on and I couldn't find my stuff then, so I had to initially restart. Still nothing, huh? Okay, well, I'm counting on you. And by the way, these new caves, terrifying. I played a little bit of them on Bedrock when they were eventually added to that. But I don't play Minecraft as much as I used to. Of course, now with the release of this mod port, I'm going to be playing it quite a bit because I want this series to be here for a while, regardless on how it performs. But caves are horrifying. They're huge and they're just so easy to get lost in. It's not preferable. Well, I mean, it's cool. It's very cool. I do really like it. I think the caves are a huge improvement overall. But it's just something that's an adjustment, essentially. Well, this is what I get for killing every single cow in the area. Can't find any. I need some milk if I want to make some biogoo. Wow, that is a 2x2 square. Huh. That's weird. Is that... No, I made this, but I didn't make that. But I need some milk for the biogoo, because we need biogoo in order to cultivate our embryos once we eventually get some. get some DNA. But I can't seem to find any cows. I got quite a bit of them because I was kind of hungry. But now I'm paying the price for that. Bees. They weren't in 1.12. How awesome. What's also really cool about being so close to this one in particular, this paleontology camp, is the fact that, of course, right here we have the tar pit. That means tar slimes can spawn, which means I could possibly get some Cenozoic fossils, which means that we can, get some Cenozoic creatures like Megalania or Megalosaurus or Elasmotherium, Smilodon, woolly mammoth, you name it. And that was something that I felt was severely lacking from our previous series. Holy moly. There are caves everywhere. And here's the paleontologist. For whatever reason, they just wander off. There's two paleontologists out here. For whatever reason, they just kind of wander off. I don't know why. I don't know if that's something they are meant to do. But yeah, it's what they do. Oh, there's another paleontology camp. Holy cow-a-rooney. I would be, wow. Imagine if that was deeper than it was and I just died. But I would be quite a fool if I didn't go to this one too. There's still no cows though. Is that your excavation site down there? Yeah. You got some fossils in there. I can't pass that up. Cows. I would lead them back with some wheat, but that's kind of far. So I'm gonna wait until that. But I should probably get quite a bit if I'm being honest. Get 4 buckets full of milk. That'll last me a bit. All right. I just need to make it home alive. That's all I need to do. Need to reduce the spawn rate of hostile mobs. Okay, let's see what we got. Therizinosaurus DNA, sick, Ankylosaurus DNA. Okay, so I remember from the showcase, these guys look amazing in their updated models. That's something I need to remember. I don't have a hopper yet. How do I make a hopper again? Ugh, I can't speak. How do I make a hopper again? So that's easy enough. So I better do that right now. Just to make the process a little bit better. Kind of running a little bit low on iron. I've been making so many things that require iron that my supply is kind of dropping a little bit. And it's kind of unfortunate because I just spent a lot of time, mining. All right, this doesn't look pretty yet right now, but I just simply, it needs to be functional. Don't say it. I know. I saw it too. I didn't put a chest under there. I know. I caught it. Okay, so Ankylosaurus and Therizinosaurus. I'm not going to make those quite yet. I'm simply going to wait until all of these fossils are done analyzing, and then we'll see whatever DNA we get from there, and then we'll make whatever I think would be really cool in the first episode of this series. Okay, I'm going to say that we're going to cook up one of these Therizinosaurs. I think that's probably the best course of action right now. Get us some bio-goo. Bio-goo goes into the culture. Bio-goo goes into the culture vat, along with the Therizinosaurus DNA, and little embryo grows. And in the meantime, we need to make ourselves an enclosure. That's insane. I know exactly. I'm going to make this into an enclosure, not for the Therizinosaurus, but I know exactly what I want to put in there. I think I can make like a giant glass dome or something like that and turn this into like a Quetzalcoatlus enclosure. That would be so sick. Okay. But right now we're working on the Therizinosaurus enclosure. So I'm thinking maybe down here. And the reason why I'm thinking that is maybe we can have like a viewing area up here where, we'd all just like be able to walk up and just look at the animal. And then it would be kind of like in a little bit of a pit, but it would also have access to water and whatnot. That way it's a little bit separated from the guests. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that'll look cool. Oh, we got Meganeura. Hey, nice. Of course, it's going through the fossil plants as well. Sweet. So we can probably get some cool looking stuff in here. That's awesome. That is awesome. I think I can't. Oh, and the Therizinosaurus is ready. I think I placed that stuff in there technically. I'm not gonna yet, but sweet. We got Meganeura. Meganeura, if you don't know, is this large dragonfly relative. It is not a dragonfly itself, but dragonflies are its closest modern relatives. I'm very happy to have it here. I can't wait to. I mean, like, what I really want to do is make a sort of a bug house, like kind of like how you see in Prehistoric Park. That's the goal for something like that, and that includes other creepy crawlies like Arthroplura and whatnot. Okay, so this is what we have so far. So it's almost perfect on each side. That's crazy. But what I want to do is kind of like fill this in with some stone, just regular smooth stone to make it look like it's being held up with concrete. It's also a way to help keep the Therizinosaurus out. You know, I want to try to put some method to my construction here. Okay, and now that's like, that kind of represents the cement a little bit. And then the rest, I kind of want to make it look like wood because it gives it a little bit more of a naturalistic look, I guess. I don't know. Especially for an animal that is herbivorous. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And then from there, I could also fill in the enclosure with other things, of course. Kind of thinking a little bit more like this. I'm going to remove that, of course. I'm just trying to figure out the perimeter right now. Of course, it's not going to look immaculate at first. It's going to be one of those enclosures that I'm going to have to... but it's going to have to be one of those controllers that I'm going to have to return to every once in a while because, of course, unfortunately, YouTube is not my full-time thing. And unfortunately, I can't dedicate a lot of time to working on my worlds. But rest assured, we will get to this enclosure, and it will be better, I suppose. Now, I don't think this is going to be anything too crazy right now. But what I'm kind of thinking is, I'm probably going to have to remove this entirely and just flatten it all down. What I'm kind of thinking is just making a little bit of a small canopy or something that guests can go under to just look over at the Therizinosaurs. It's kind of inspired from the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo giraffe exhibit. That's a zoo that I've been to quite a bit, and they have a pretty cool giraffe exhibit overall. And one that has like a canopy like that you can, you go up and you can look over at the giraffes, you can feed the giraffes and all that good stuff. So I'm thinking of maybe trying to replicate that to the best of my abilities right now with limited materials. So maybe just like placing these right here like this. And then eventually I wanted to expand all the way over there and expand all the way over there. But for now, I want to try to keep it as contained as possible right now so I can save materials. Kind of like this, right? Just kind of something like this. Realistically, I need to get like a different color of wood. That way it's not all just so samey, but I think that's kind of like what I'm going for, really. So get some wooden planks, and then what we could do is bamboo in this version of Minecraft? Because I'd love to make some scaffolding. Scaffolding would certainly make life a lot easier. Okay, kind of like something like that. And again, I wanted to expand the whole like concrete barrier side of things. Plus, this kind of keeps a lot of the guests away from getting too close to the Therizinosaurus. I think the Therizinosaurs might be a little bit like tall, like they might be tall enough to reach up here. I'm not too sure. That's kind of the idea that I have right there, though. Oh. Wow. Pillagers. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys can stay here as long as you're well behaved, all right? Now what I want to do is plant some vegetation. Because this is exactly what Therizinosaurs need. Plus it'll bring it to life a little bit more. I can't really do anything too crazy right now. But this will get the ball rolling. Over here, I think we could place like what looks like some manufactured rocks, just kind of place it all over the place. Like so. Like that. Make it look like it's a little bit more random. And then maybe fill it in with some dirt as well. And I'm just kind of experimenting with this one right here. Let's see now, it'll turn out. Kind of like, I mean, I don't think that obviously that's not going to be what this is going to do, but to try to make it seem like it's something that prevents the animals from climbing or getting too close, I suppose. Like I'm also trying to place down some bushes. I'm trying to do some pretty cool things with this overall. Maybe with I don't have a lot of smooth stone on hand, but maybe I can make a little bit of a rock formation. Like something like this, right? Maybe what I can do is kind of like that, and then of course dress it up a little bit, while also simultaneously making sure that nothing can escape. And then I guess just some sugar cane right there. This is, I mean, I don't hate it per se. It's just, I don't know. It's something. It's all something. It gives it a little bit more depth, I suppose, which is pretty contrasted to how a lot of my earlier or my other enclosures looked. That'll have to do for now. Of course, again, like I said, I will dress this up a little bit more in the future. That is a way for an animal to escape. But I say that we place our little Therizinosaur buddy in here. We'll just go ahead and we'll wrap up the episode with that. Okay. And actually, I should probably make sure that it can't go, too close to like the water and whatnot. So for now, he or she is going to be confined to this fence. I don't have enough fence posts, so I should have thought of this. There we go. This will be like its little baby thing. Placing down some vegetation so that it can actually eat that, because I can't seem to find where to turn off the hunger. Like, I can't figure out where to configure the mod. Oh no, it's hatching. And there it is in all of its glory. Yes, you eat now, child. So we have our very first creature in the official survival series. Yeah, there was more in front of you, but we have our first official creature in the brand new survival series of 1.18, starting off strong with the Therizinosaurus. Hey, I'm gonna let it out because I feel bad. Hopefully it doesn't drown. There it is. Look at it go. What is it trying to eat? So I love it. I seriously do love it. I think the Therizinosaurus looks absolutely amazing in this mod. When it grows, it looks really incredible, like especially with the feathers around the neck. It's a very, very nice little model. And I'm very excited to see this guy grow as time goes on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end the episode there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you like dinosaur-related content, please consider subscribing. And of course, liking the video. Something like that really does help out a lot. And if you want to help support the channel in general, please consider checking out my Patreon page. Thank you so much to all my current patrons. You guys are really awesome and have been helping out a lot. And that also goes for my channel members. But I hope to see you guys next time. And until then, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.